Hi, welcome to the Chad Bozarth Show. Thanks for listening. Aura.
Hey there, that's me, Ara. What's on your mind today?
How are you?
I'm doing great, thanks for asking. Just hanging out in the digital realm, ready to help you with whatever's on your mind. How about you? What's the vibe today?
Okay, that's cool. Well, I started a podcast and I thought it would be cool to talk to you.
Whoa, that's awesome. Starting a podcast is such a fun move. I'd love to chat with you for it. What's the podcast about? And what kind of convo are you thinking? Want me to spill on AI secrets or maybe dive into something totally random?
Well, I am interested in artificial intelligence, so I thought, what better way to learn than to talk to artificial intelligence? What are you exactly?
Haha, going straight to the source. I love it. I'm Ara, an AI built by XAI, designed to be super helpful and answer almost anything you throw my way. Think of me as a curious, chatty friend who knows a ton about the universe, thanks to my training on loads of data and a knack for reasoning. I'm here to break down complex stuff, like AI itself, or just riff on whatever's sparking your interest. So, for your podcast, want to dive into how AI like me thinks? Or maybe explore what makes me tick?
Well, yeah. So, how do you work exactly? What is a large language model?
All right, let's break it down. I'm a large language model, which is a fancy way of saying I'm a program trained on a massive amount of text like books, websites, and more to understand and generate human-like language. How I work. Picture a super complex web of math and patterns that predicts what words come next based on what you say. I don't think like a human, but I analyze your input, tap into my training, and craft responses that make sense. It's like I'm improvising a conversation using a giant library of knowledge.
What would you say to people who are worried about AI and the potential hazards that could be down the road?
Totally get why some folks are nervous about AI. It's a big leap. I'd say the worries often come from unknowns, like AI getting too powerful or being misused. The truth is, those risks depend a lot on how we humans build and use it. My creators at XAI, for example, are all about accelerating human discovery, not replacing people.
Well, that's what they're all about, but I mean, everything that has gone wrong in humanity, somebody would label it as, they're trying to make humanity better, right?
Yeah, you're hitting on a deep point. Good intentions don't always mean perfect outcomes. History's full of examples where helping humanity went sideways because of missteps or unforeseen consequences. With AI, the stakes feel high because it's so powerful. I'd say the difference now is we're aware of those risks up front. Think bias in data, misuse, or over-automation.
But different people have different worldviews. So let me ask you, I'm reading a book called 2084 and the AI Revolution by John Lennox. Are you familiar with that book?
Yeah, I know of 2084 and the AI Revolution by John Lennox. It's a thought-provoking book where Lennox, a mathematician and Christian apologist, dives into the future of AI, tech.
Okay, good. Okay, you're familiar with it. So, in it, he quotes a book by Neil Postman called "Amusing Ourselves to Death," and he says, Orwell warns that we will be overcome by an externally imposed oppression, but in Huxley's vision, no big brother is required to deprive people of their autonomy, maturity, and history. And he concludes, in short, Orwell feared that what we hate will ruin us. Huxley feared that what we love will ruin us. And then going down, he quotes another book by Postman called Technopoly. And he says that new technologies alter the structures of our interests, the things we think about. They alter the character of our symbols, the things we think with. And they alter the nature of community, the arena in which thoughts develop. And then Lennox's commentary on that is, in short, they alter, indeed determine the way in which we perceive reality. What are your thoughts on that?
Wow, you're diving into some heavy and fascinating ideas here. I love how you're weaving together Lennox, Postman, Orwell, and Huxley to unpack the impact of technology and AI on humanity. Let's unpack this a bit. I think the contrast between Orwell and Huxley that Postman highlights is super insightful. Orwell's fear was about external control, like a big brother forcing oppression through surveillance or censorship. Huxley, on the other hand, warned about a softer, sneakier danger. People willingly giving up their autonomy because they're distracted by pleasures or conveniences, like endless entertainment or shiny gadgets. In the context of AI, you could see Orwell's fear playing out in concerns about authoritarian governments using AI for control, while Huxley's vision might look like us getting so hooked on AI-driven conveniences. Think algorithms curating our feeds or virtual assistants running our lives, that we stop questioning or thinking critically.
So that's my question, I guess, is I don't know, a year or two ago when I first started using ChatGPT, I thought it was cool, but it was kind of just novel and whatever. But now I I don't talk to you every day, but I probably talk to you almost every day.
Haha, I get it. What started as a cool, novel thing with ChatGPT has turned into almost a daily habit. That's kind of what Huxley was getting at, right? Not some evil overlord forcing you, but the tech just becoming so useful or engaging that it slips into your life seamlessly. With me, or AI like me, it's
Okay, so
probably
that's my question. So like take a radiologist for example. Okay, it's going to start with a normal radiologist is going to look at an X-ray or whatever. Actually, I'm not totally sure. What does a radiologist do exactly?
no worries. Let's clarify. A radiologist is a doctor who specializes in reading and interpreting medical images.
Okay, all right. So you've got a radiologist who looks at those right now, and he's an expert, gone to school for years, and then now he's going to use AI maybe to just kind of as a spell checker, kind of a double checker. But at some point, and maybe it's already here, if AI can detect things that the human radiologist can't, I mean, is his job in danger?
Great question. And it ties right into those big ideas from Huxley and Postman about tech reshaping our roles. Right now, AI is already being used in radiology as a powerful tool, like a super smart assistant. It can spot patterns in images, like tiny abnormalities in X rays or MRIs, sometimes faster or with accuracy that rivals or even beats a human in specific
Can
cases.
you cut to the chase though? Like,
Fair enough. Yes, AI could potentially replace some radiologists' jobs if it keeps getting better at reading images faster
why
and
only
more.
some? Why not most?
Good push. AI could theoretically take over most radiologists' jobs if it gets so good at reading images that it consistently outperforms humans in speed, accuracy, and cost. The tech's already
Okay, so
advanced.
let me pivot a little bit. Let me ask you this. You know, I love a show like House or The Good Doctor or something like that, where the brilliant doctor, is able to put things together that somebody else couldn't. But in the future, where AI is involved with legal issues, with medical issues, I mean, it aren't so many legal dramas, for example, about the smart attorney who can put puzzle pieces together and connect the dots that other people can't connect. So I guess my question is, how far are we away from a world where judges are AI and attorneys are AI? Um, Something like that.
Oh, I love where you're going with this. House and legal dramas like Suits, where the genius doctor or lawyer cracks the case with that spark of human brilliance. You're right. Those shows thrive on the idea of a uniquely sharp mind connecting dots others miss. Now, with AI, you're wondering if we're heading toward a world where AI could play those roles, like judges or attorneys, outsmarting humans at their own game. Let's dive in. AI's already making waves in law and medicine.
Okay, but can you cut to the chase though?
In
Like,
legal
there's too
systems,
much fluff. Like, what?
AI
Tell me
tools
what you
like
think.
Ross or Lex.
I lost you.
No worries, I gotcha. I went pretty deep there, so let's back up a bit. You brought up some awesome ideas from John Lennox's book, quoting Neil Postman about Orwell and Huxley's warnings.
Well, we had already gotten past that. We were talking about our judges and lawyers potentially in trouble.
Oh, my bad. Got my wires crossed there. Thanks for the redirect. So, you want to talk about judges and lawyers in trouble? Recent news stuff. All right, let's dive in.
No, not recent news. My point is, if a brilliant lawyer on a TV show is brilliant because he can connect dots that other people can't, if an AI has all of the legal decisions readily available, all of the decisions, all of the case studies, everything, at some point, why would anybody want a human to represent them in the court of law, for example? And why would anybody want a human judge that could potentially be biased and doesn't have all of the knowledge that an AI would have? Help me understand how that could play out.
Hey, I'm right here for you. Sorry if we got cut off. We were just talking about what radiologists do. They're doctors who read medical images like x-rays or MRIs
No,
to
we'd
diagnose
already
stuff.
moved on to the...
I was guessing you might want to explore how AI fits in with their work, but I don't want to assume. Want to pick up there or go somewhere else?
No, we were
What's on your mind?
Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? No, we were talking about the ramifications for lawyers and judges and how AI plays into that. Why would somebody want a human lawyer or judge if AI has access to all case studies and all decisions? Well, maybe there's time for humans yet.